No. Shit. Hold on. Hey, what's going on? What the hell am I doing? I'm all right. All right. I'm just doing like a test stream. I got some bots running right now. I just want to see what happens. Yeah. What's going on? What's everyone doing? This is not an official stream. This is just like I'm just testing some stuff out right now, and I can't do it on a private stream or an unlisted stream. I have to go live to do it. So, what's going on, everybody? Everybody's having a good day tonight. I know it's late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now. But I'm here to talk if you want to talk for a little bit. I might stay on for a half hour, maybe an hour. I don't know. Just depends on what's going on. How much cap space the Eagles have? As of right now, I don't know how much they have. 18 to 20 million. There's still some rollover. There's still some rollover cap that hasn't happened yet. So I'd kind of wait on that as well. Probably some rollover cap. Everything's not included right now with the cap space as of right now. So, yeah. Let's go. Yo, Philly Sports Talk podcast. What's going on, man? Between 23 mil and 31. Yeah, it should be around there. Ron says we're gonna take Thibault from the Giants. Joey, I could feel it. I think that's what Philly 500 said the other day. I was like, just imagine that. I think the Giants are gonna go edge rusher. I think they will go edge rusher or they'll go offensive line. I think either or. All right, we're good. It's gonna be interesting. I've been looking at a lot of prospects, bro. I mean, I have to say, I got a couple videos coming out tomorrow, but I gotta say, like, man, I'm loving some of these wide receivers that are coming out. I really am. Like, I'm loving these wide receivers coming out. Like, no joke. Garrett's looking really good. Did you get your naps in? Yeah. Yeah, bro. My sleeping schedule has been like really fucked up. It's been really bad. And the ounces of Philadelphia Eagles have 14 million so far. Yeah, I think there's going to be some rollover cap coming in. I think, you know what I mean? So I want to ask you guys, and I know it's only 12 of you in here, but I want to ask you guys, is there anything else you guys want to see from this channel specifically? Is there anything that you guys want to see, or a certain, I got videos every day, but I never ask you guys, like, is there something specific you guys want me to do this off season or anything? Just let me know. You know what I mean? I'm always up for debate. Joey, do you watch Philly 500 videos? Because he said it in his video earlier. He said that they're going to take Thibodeau from the Giants. Yeah. He said it in the stream. I think when we did last week, he said it in the stream too. Yo, Slayer says your video's coming clutch. I work overnights. Dude, we haven't talked in a while. Jay says more gaming. That's what you all think. It's never, I'm always busy. I'm not even just working on this channel. I'm working on another channel too right now. It's only got like 152 subscribers. I mean, it grown pretty quick in the past month, but I work on like a horror channel too. I kind of do that as well. So it's going pretty good. You know what I mean? I love it. It's all right. I have other passions and other things. You know what I mean? I do this all year and I like to do different things too. So it's not just this, it's other things as well. You know? Yo, Robert, what's going on, man? And the Allen says, everything good with me and you doing just fine. Just keep up with free agency, the draft, what we need to do about coaching staff, everything good. All right, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I think like what Howie Roseman said at his press conference at the end, it really I don't know what happened, but it really started to piss me off a little bit because I don't want them to skip on best player available and go get a player that fits their scheme. That's what I'm kind of afraid of going to this draft. Tim Gress says live mock draft. Yeah, we'll have a lot. We'll have mock draft soon. It's still like early. Like I started my draft videos like really early, but I'm glad I did because then I got to jump on a lot of these players. Like I could do as much as I possibly can. You know what I mean? So, Robert says, "You think about streaming any Sixers games?" You know what, like I was offered actually tickets to go to the play. I mean, if they're in the playoffs, I was already offered playoff tickets. I was already offered to go to some games already. I might. I mean, who knows? Um, I don't really stream basketball that much. I try to watch basketball as much as I possibly can. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? I try. It's hard for me to cover two teams because my schedule is like really busy. So covering one team all year and then obviously doing my other channel, my other YouTube channel, it's a lot. It's a lot because I'm gonna be putting work on my other channel a lot when more news comes out and everything. So I did watch Scream 5. Yes, I did watch Scream 5. I'm not a big Scream fan at all. I've never been a big Scream fan. Danny, what's going on, man? I got Terrell Chris. What's going on, man? He says, seen your name pop up on YouTube. I know I had to jump in here. Dude, appreciate you coming in, man. I'm just doing a test stream. I got some bots running right now. I'm just seeing if they work. So I'm not really I'm gonna test it out and see if it actually works. So I'm not really sure what happens. So if you see me type in things, it's just because I'm trying to make something work right now. And it looks like it's not. Oh, it is working. It is working. Okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. Let me actually look at this stream from actually YouTube right now, see what it looks like. Oh, I see. I see there. Yeah, I'm just trying to add some bots to the channel so it could take care of the chat for me and some other things. So that's what I'm trying to do as of right now. So that's what I'm Tim says basketball kind of sucks to stream because people constantly ask for the score. Yeah, and plus I don't know a lot of rosters in the NBA, so I'd probably really be bad at it. I mean, my game streams aren't really busy anyway. Even for the Eagles games, like because I'm not really a streamer. Like I'm not. That's why I don't have much viewership in streams because I don't really stream that much. You know what I mean? Like I wish like more people would join, but I rather just make videos and do like these regular streams on the weekends than do like game streams. You know what I mean? Like I enjoy doing them. They're okay. Like I don't mind them. They're not my favorite thing to do, but I don't mind them. You know what I mean? Marcus Polk says, you have no hope in Howie. I don't know, bro, because from what he said in that press conference really, really bothered me. It really fucking bothered me because like now he's going to go to the coaching staff when a player's available. He's going to go to the coaching staff and be like, "Oh, do you want this guy?" And they're going to say, "Oh no, he's good, but he doesn't fit our scheme." And then they're going to pick another guy we never heard of, and it's just like I don't care. It depends on it. Like if you're in the fifth, sixth round, I see why you would ask that question, but when it's at one of these first round picks, like you can't skip on players just because they don't fit your scheme. Like it just depends how like different the player is going to be. I mean, regardless, I just think it's stupid. You know, I just think it's really dumb. Jason said, if you were to watch the Lakers, they suck. They won 27 games and lost. Yeah, I saw they lost the other day, a couple days ago. They haven't really been playing well. Just nervous, man. Saying, yeah, Marcus says, yeah, that makes me nervous. It's just, it is. It's really, I don't feel great. Like getting these picks was just a whole objective on its own, getting 3 first round picks. I didn't think I knew the Carson Wentz pick was going to come to us. Like, and I know, and I just said to myself, I hope we get it. And we did get it. So we'll see what happens, man. Like, see what's going on with Doug Pearson, the Jaguars. Like, the Jaguars aren't even hiring a VP at all. Like, they're having Doug make all the decisions, which is great. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy for him. I'm happy that they're doing that for him. He doesn't have to he doesn't have a leash on him. You know what I mean? Just give him a shot, see what happens. They have nothing to lose in Jacksonville. I mean, they really have nothing to lose except a year, just time. I mean, that's really it. They don't have a good roster right now. So they don't have to really be careful on it. They could try some different things out. But this year is just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the Jags are probably going to get Aiden Hutchinson, probably. Probably. I think they're going to get Aiden Hutchinson. That's just me, though. Thanks. I don't follow the NBA much, but what happened in the Atlanta Hall, I have no idea. I have, like I said, NBA news. I got no idea what's going on. He says, I didn't see how he pressed today. What did you say? Nothing. He pretty much 95% of his press conference is like pure bullshit. You know what I mean? And then the comment he said at the end really pissed me off and ticked me off a little bit. He pretty much, I think I have it saved on I have it saved right here. He said, he's talking about drafting players. This is what he said, quote unquote. He said, there may be a really good player, but if he doesn't fit what the coaches want to do, he's not going to look good here. So making sure that matches. Then he says, we can't force what's not there. If you don't force what's not there, then you waste one of your resources. That didn't sit with me well. If he said we're going to get best player available on the board, I would have been happy. But because he said that stupid comment, it's kind of alarming for some cases. So that's just how it goes. Let me just test one thing out. See if that works. Jason Howie Roseman is not. Oh God. John Jones says, is it true that their Eagles may move up? They could move up. I mean, there's a good chance they could move up in this draft. I don't see why not. You know what I mean? I think they could. I don't know if they're going to sit at 15 and 16. I highly doubt it. We don't even know if they're going to trade back one of these first round picks. Like if it was me, I would sacrifice and I would love to pick players all three picks. Like no joke. I would love it. But I know they want if we were better at quarterback right now, if we were good at quarterback right now, I wouldn't even care. You know what I mean? Like you could still trade back one of those picks, but this roster really needs like three starters. I mean, you can get probably 4 to 5 good starters in this draft. No joke. If you use these picks wisely, sure. Like I think they could do it. You know what I mean? I think they can. If they put their mind to it, I think they can. Richie says Carolina wants to trade down, draft QB, but does not want to select one of the top 10 if Howie wants. He could move up. Yeah, definitely. I mean, because I think what's going to help us in this draft is that there's the quarterback. The quarterbacks are not good. You know what I mean? And you don't have to draft these quarterbacks that high. So I don't know if a quarterback is even going to go top 10, maybe, but I highly doubt it. I mean, I heard Houston wants to trade back. Carolina wants to trade back. It just depends. Ryland says Joey Thibault or Ojabo. I like both players a lot. Thibault is weird because with his conference, his conference worries me because he's not really facing top tier talent in a strong conference. So I would still take him because I think he's really good. I mean, I love Ojabo. Those are like my top two. Besides Aiden Hutchinson, they're like my top 2 defensive ends as of right now. Like I like Jermaine Johnson. I like some of these other guys. Karlaftis from Purdue is definitely another defensive end that's moving up the draft boards quickly. And probably after the combine, he's going to move up very quickly. So. John says there was talk about the Jets giving up the fourth pick to us. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there could be. I mean, I don't know. Like the Jets are a total disaster right now. Like they have a lot to do. Like them picking a player at 4 probably wouldn't make sense, but they could if they really need a certain player very badly. But they can always trade back. They can always trade back if they want. You know what I mean? Jay says, "Do you think we take a quarterback in a round? If we take a quarterback, it'll probably be 3rd to 5th round if they want to take one. Depending if like Gardner Minshew gains a lot of interest and we could trade him for a draft pick, it really just depends. I think he will have interest. As a backup role, most likely. There's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks right now, like a lot. Now the Colts need a quarterback, Steelers need a quarterback, Tampa Bay needs a quarterback, Carolina needs a quarterback. I mean, Washington is trying to trade for a veteran quarterback right now. I heard Washington now is going after Mitch Trubisky or Jimmy Garoppolo. So it's crazy. Tim said, regardless of scheme, they are getting top quality players where they are. Yeah, well, that's what you're. Yeah, well, you can't really say that statement because we drafted Jalen Reagor at what 21, and he was absolutely nothing. So just because he can't mess it up, trust me. If I even hear a name that I never even heard of, there's going to be problems. There's going to be a lot of problems. I don't think he's going to be that stupid this year. I mean, he already said at his press conference the other day that he was literally. He knows he fucked up on some picks, and he did. Like he messed up on some picks. That's definite. Israel Bound says they need to move back twice. These players are not too far off, and they could pick up picks for next year. Yeah, like I think they're like 2 years away from really competing, guys. Like I to be honest with you, like the quarterback position is probably the number one position right now that we need to figure out because obviously, that doesn't matter how good your wide receivers, your running backs, your offensive line is. Your quarterback is not doing anything. You're not going to get far. So at this point, they got to figure it out. They got to figure the position out before anything. But I think they can get some pieces. I think they could do some good. I think they could do some good. I think just 2 years away might be less than that if they really make good moves. They said, I just hope they come out of the draft with impactful defense players, especially defensive end. Oh yeah, no, I mean, they have no choice but to go after an edge rusher. This draft is packed with edge rushers. I wouldn't mind. There's 4 of them I would take. I mean, I would take Thibodeau. I would take Karlaftis. I would take Jermaine Johnson, Ojabo. I mean, those are like my 4 that I would take right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind those guys at all. I would take one of those 4 dudes. I'd be totally fine with it. Cryptog, what's going on, man? He says, hi, Joey. You know how he's just completed his all programming for dummies book and says his newly coded NFL draft trade bot is ready to outdo even last year's awesome draft. That's what I'm hoping, man. I mean, I think one thing he did say was like he wanted long-term like contracts and not even just the draft. He just talked about players that are here long-term, nothing short, which I thought it was cool. I can only take so much of what he could say into existence and the truth. You know what I mean? So Eagle Slayer 95. I forgot Andrew Booth. Where's he project? Andrew Booth is a mid first round pick to a late. I'd say he's about middle between 15 to 20, 20 to 32. I mean, he can go anywhere between mid first to late first. Andrew Booth is probably my 3rd best. I'd say my 3rd best. I'd say 2nd to 3rd. It's really hard. I don't like Sauce Gardner. I think he's going to be good, but I don't think he's going to be that good as everyone thinks he's going to be. Derek Stingley hasn't really played well since his freshman year because obviously he had some injuries. And, I like Derek Stingley a lot. But there's a big what if because he had he's not even going to be at the combine. That's going to be another thing that happens because Stingley he had the foot injury. I forgot what it's called. The injury that keeps you out for like 6 to 9 months. Forgot what it's called, but the same thing that Jalen Mills had, and he was out for a long time. So I mean, Andrew Booth is good. That the corner from Washington, McDuffel. I forgot his name, McDuffel or whatever the hell his name is. I forgot his name. I thought he's really good. So there's good corners in this draft. It would be so nice to have one paired up with Big Play Slay. It would really be nice. It would actually make me really happy to pair someone up like that. So Jason, I like Ojabo must because he gets fumbled. Oh yeah, Ojabo could punch the ball out. Like Ojabo is like that good. He's quick off the line. I mean, he's physical. He barely gets pushed back, but he knows how to punch that ball out. That's definite. Richard Thibault has body comparison with another former Oregon Duck, Deion Jordan. Maybe it was Miami scheme, but he did not work out. Yeah, that's true. NZ Philly fans early. We traded for the 16th with the Steelers to jump ahead. I hope so, bro. I don't see them sitting at 15-16. I don't see it. So, Eagle Slayer says Heineke better than both of them. Yeah, right. I would probably say that too. Reached $1 in the swear jar shake. Sorry. NZ Philly fans at 7:30 p.m. here. Must be late. Yeah, it's 1:24 in the morning, so it's kind of crazy. Thanks to the NFC seems more wide open than the AFC right now. So if the Eagles take the right moves, they could be a contender soon. Yeah, because so far, like it looks like Aaron Rodgers could be coming back to Green Bay. I think it's going to happen. Apparently, they're working on like a short-term deal to make him the highest paid quarterback. Russell Wilson, if he does, apparently he said today he doesn't want to play on the East Coast, whatever the hell that means, but if it's even true. But you can't believe that what any of these players say anyway. So he doesn't want to play for he even said, I don't want to play for Washington. So he even said that. So at least we don't have to worry about Russell Wilson going to Washington. That's probably the last thing I would want as of right now. So Jace Young said, besides Aiden Hutchinson, what edge rushers are in the draft? Oh my God. David Ojabo, Jermaine Johnson, Karlaftis from Purdue. There's a lot. Aiden Hutchinson is going to be obviously going to be a top 3 pick in this draft, so I wouldn't even count on him being around. But they're good. They're really good. There's 4 or 5 of these guys I would definitely pick up. Definitely would pick up. We need help on the edge badly. We need help for Fletcher Cox. We need help. Javon Hargrave needs to free himself because they're just double teaming him every single game, which sucks. Ron said, if we had Jabril Peppers, you think he'd be here long term? I think he's a stud player. He can move anywhere on defense. Yeah, that's what I like about him because he can move around. He could play. You can move him all around the field, and that's what we missed with Malcolm Jenkins too. I think we missed that, because Malcolm used to bandage up our secondary. He would play at any position. I think Peppers could do that as well. I think the Eagles have been linked to definitely been linked to Jabril Peppers and Marcus Williams. Landon Collins is now going to be released from Washington. They save like $6.2 million in cap space. So you have some good choices for safety. They have to pay one. They have to. They really have no choice. If they come out of free agency without paying one of these guys and they're not available anymore, I'd be shocked, actually. I'd actually be really shocked. Sarah Goga says safety Kyle Hamilton and an edge rusher, probably David Ojabo or Thibault, if that's the case. If you can get him, look, if you have to get Kyle Hamilton, you missed out on Thibault and David Ojabo, I would go get Jermaine Johnson or Karlaftis if he's available. John Joseph, it's true from what the virus says they could take a linebacker. I hope so. That's definitely my dream. Like if they draft a linebacker, I will be crying. Like I will be crying because holy crap, we actually drafted a linebacker since 1979. Like it's crazy. I'm looking I've seen a lot of mock drafts with Nakobe Dean. My guy is Devin Lloyd, 100% Devin Lloyd. If they go into the second round, get a linebacker like Christian Harris from Alabama, I would probably be fine with that too. I like Christian Harris. He's one of my favorites too, but you don't have to draft Christian. Christian Harris is definitely a second round pick. Where he says March 18th, Wentz is due $5 million roster bonus. Will he be on the Colts March 19th? Probably not. Probably not. If that's the case, they're not going to give him $5 million if that's the case. They might. Who knows? He might get his roster bonus just because they can't move him yet. It depends if they can move him yet, but I think they could flat out release him and still save money. So I'm not even worried about that. I know I asked you to going to go who, but who do you think Devin Lloyd is going to go in the draft? Oh, Devin Lloyd can go. God, he can go to any team really. Any team that doesn't have a high caliber thumper at linebacker, he'll go to in the top 10. He's a top 10 pick, so it depends. He could be a top 15 at this point. I don't know. It really just depends on all the needs in the draft. You know what I mean? Jason said, "Oh, did you watch the combine?" I don't know. Me and 500 were supposed to stream it, so I don't know. Like, I don't think they're testing yet because me and 500 are supposed to be streaming that. So I don't know if we missed it or not. I heard we didn't. So Tim said, I really think Howie won't take a linebacker in the first round, even though I love Lloyd. Now, I highly doubt it, bro. I doubt it. He goes to Jermaine Johnson is what Josh Sweat was supposed to be if we drafted him. Well, I think Josh Sweat was supposed to be like a late first round pick, but he had so many knee issues, he dropped to the 4th round. So, and I think Josh Sweat's getting better every year. I mean, he got paid and he really just, I don't know, he fell off. I mean, he fell off, but this whole defensive line has been crap this year anyway. I think Josh Sweat's going to play well. I think once they beef up this line a little bit more and they have a little bit of help, I think everybody's going to really play well off of it. So, Eagle Slayer says Hurts has 2 more years or I'm moving on. Yeah, I get it. Dylan said there are a bunch of talented defensive players. I'm not trading up at all. I trade one. I trade one of the 3 down and pick up a safety late in round 1 or early 2. Also get a first rounder for next year. Yeah, definitely. Like I think because of our quarterback situation, they're going to trade that first round pick back to get another first rounder for 2023 for next year. I mean, it just makes more sense getting a draft pick. I just don't see him picking 3 players. As much as I want them to pick 3 players in the first round, I don't think they're going to do it because number one, it's an extra guy you got to pay. And, it's just something you just got to deal with. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't think they're going to do it. Mitch says, I think we're going to sign Chris Godwin. That's one that I would love Chris Godwin. I just get really, skeptical, nervous over his MCL ACL injury. But he'll get paid. I mean, that doesn't matter. He'll still, get paid regardless. But I like him a lot, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't mind if we got Christian Kirk for the slot and keep Quez on the outside. I wouldn't mind if they got, Calvin Ridley trade. That's one I'm definitely looking at because it's not going to cost you a first round pick for that trade. I think Calvin Ridley would be a really good number 2 wide receiver. I do, because I think the Falcons really tried to put him as a number 1. And it didn't really work out too well. They drafted Kyle Pitts. He's now a tight end. So it's a big rebuilding team with the Falcons right now. So it just depends, man. It just depends. Eagle says that Peppers was raw in his high school and at Michigan. Robert, what's going on, man? Ernest Shelley says, would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson straight up trade, no picks, no players? Who would you rather have? Right now, if I wanted to, like, without picks or nothing, like what you had to give up, I'd get Aaron Rodgers in a heartbeat. Right now. I'd get him right now. If that was the case, if you said I can get him for free, which quarterback would I get for free? Aaron Rodgers, definitely, 100%. Because I think we have the offensive line. We have a really good run game. I think part of it is really the offensive line. Probably the best offensive line he'll definitely play with. He's played with good offensive lines over the years, but he would play really well here. Dan said, I think Devin Lloyd is the best linebacker in the draft. What a beast he is. I think he's got a really good balance on coverage and blitzing and against the run and getting off blocks, and it's really good. Always around the football. Always gets his hands on the football. I think that's what's really important with him as well. Dylan said the combine wasn't yesterday, right? Yeah, I think it's later this week. The combine technically starts, but it's mostly interviews and all that bullshit that they do. So that's pretty much what happens. Yo, Donnie Beck, what's going on? He says, I got a good feeling about this that dude, Jermaine Johnson. He's looking pretty good to me. What do you think? I think he's good. I think he's fast. He's got quick explosiveness off the ball, and he's a beast. He gets his hands around, and he does a really good job. His pass rush is fantastic. He's got a lot of tools, and he's got a lot of tools. He can move around. He could swim. He could spin. He's quick, man. He's really quick. Like Jermaine Johnson a lot. Ask for apologies. Serious question. Who do you see Howie picking? To be honest with you, because I've been hearing it so much, and usually it's the stuff that you hear too much that they're going to go the complete opposite. So what I'm going to say is this. I think the Eagles are going to draft a receiver in the first round. I think they're going to draft a receiver. Not even kidding. I think one of those first round picks is going to go towards a receiver. That's just me. I think there's a lot of receiver talent in this draft. Garrett from Ohio State. Oh my God. Like, he is amazing. I love Treylon Burke. obviously from Arkansas. There's some good guys. I wouldn't draft Drake London. I'm not a Drake London fan. I'm not a Mechie fan too much because I think he's just a speed guy. Like his route running looks pretty good, but I just don't trust drafting him. Like I'm on the bench with him just because I just think he has all the speed, but I don't know what he's going to do in the NFL. I mean, it looks good on tape right now, but so Mechie looks pretty good, but I'm not really into that either. Ron says, if Sauce runs a 4.6 combine, I want nothing to do with him. Man, we'll get toasted downfield. Thibodeau and Dean is my dream draft. Dude, Rylan, you're thinking the same way I am, bro. Like that 4.6 really pisses me off about him. His backtrack speed is not going to be good. He's not going to be able to cover the fastest receivers. It's not going to happen. It's really not. That 4.6 is slow as shit. Like Derek Stingley runs a 4.28, 4.29. Like it's crazy. Like I understand, like he didn't give up a touchdown last year, but I'm just not, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Scholar says a lot depends if any QBs get taken in the top 15 on who we might be able to get. I mean, I don't even know. Like, are teams really going to pick a quarterback in the top 15? Like, you don't even need to. I don't think any quarterbacks are going to be picked like by then. Like, that's just me though. But there'll be some stupid team that might do it. I mean, I could be wrong. Tim says he mocks with Eagles taking center Linderbaum too. Good player, but waste a pick if you could have a stud player. Well, it's never a wasted pick if it's an offensive lineman for the Eagles. It's not, because really at the end of the day, that need is going to happen next year. Okay. That need is going to happen. So after Kelsey retires after this year, if he's coming back, which it says he is, it's going to become a need next year. So the Eagles could be thinking ahead of the game. You could draft Tyler Linderbaum. You could try him at right guard, depending on what they're doing with Isaac Seumalo, because he was out the whole year and he's on a pretty hefty contract, a pretty mid-tier contract right now. I don't know what they're doing with him coming back. Can they play him on the right side? I don't know. But Linderbaum, I would get him in the building. If they end up drafting him, they would get him in the building. And I would cross-train him at another position and see what he could do at right guard if that's the case. You know what I mean? J.H. Young says, what position do you think they take in free agent? The Eagles? Safety, probably safety. Corner, if they re-sign Steven Nelson, that's like the only time I want to re-sign a corner is really Steven Nelson. I don't want to spend any money in free agency on cornerbacks. That's just me. Defensive end, wide receiver, and I think that's really it. I mean, they can only sign maybe like 3 guys to like mid-tier contracts, maybe. That's like it, though. You know what I mean? That's like as much as they could do. They can't really do that much. Like they could sign either 2 monster contracts. They could sign like 3 mid-tier guys, maybe 1 monster contract and 2 like, mid-tier solid contracts that are fair. Danny said the combine tests start today, I believe. I got to talk to 500 because I have no idea. So I got to check with him on the contracts. I got to check with him on the combine, see what happens. Richie says, will Ben Simmons play March 10th in Philly? I heard he's not. I heard he's not going to be playing, but I could, it could change in a matter of time. Brian Saransky says Devin Lloyd is being compared to Jeremiah Trotter. He's got a nonstop engine who's always in plays and makes wide open tackles and is very aggressive getting the quarterback. Agreed, bro. I haven't read like what he's like, but I definitely see that. Like he's got a motor on him that never stops. And yeah, it'd be nice to get our hands on him. I mean, definitely. Do you blame them if they trade their first round pick to next year to get one? No, I don't, because it's nice to have another like when you have 3 first round picks, like it's nice to trade one of those back to get another first rounder for 22. This way you're the Philadelphia Eagles. And if Jalen Hurts doesn't work out and you need a quarterback, you got 2 first round picks. You got some ammunition to use. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you draft the right players this year because you want to build on top of 2022. You don't want to do a complete redo of this 2022 draft in 2023. You want to make sure that what you pick are there guys that are going to flourish in this system. So that's what you want. The answer pauses. Kohler says, do we need to resign Nate Carey? Funny guy. Ernest Shealy says, me too. Ron says, know anything about Quay Walker out of Georgia? I have no idea. That guy, I have no idea. I have no idea. Reach says, if Dickerson and Humphrey came out this year instead of last year, where would Linderbaum fall in terms of top centers? I mean, Dickerson would be a top 15 pick. He'd be a top 15 pick if it was this year. Linderbaum, I think Linderbaum would be pretty close. I think he would be very close in the first round. Like maybe he'd be between, he'd probably be between 15 to 25, maybe. I think he would get drafted early too. It just depends how many teams really need centers that badly. Donnie Beck says Garrett Wilson is freaking good, bro. Garrett Wilson is like, holy shit. He's really good. I like him a lot. Like he's got his route running is A plus. Like you can I feel like that's what Rager was supposed to be. They use him on bubble screens, regular screen passes, jet sweeps, and he turns little yards into big chunk yards, which I like. I really like him. The wide receivers coming out between Burks and him are, those are the top two. I've heard Howie say he wants to keep building around Jalen Hurts. So it could be, look, if you don't see a receiver get signed in free agency, I don't think they pick up one of those receivers, obviously. I don't think they do. If they don't pick up a wide receiver in free agency, I'm betting right now that they're getting one in the draft. No joke. All right, Danny, have a good night, bro. Where are you hiding? What's going on, man? Yo, Titan Anderson, what's going on, bro? Sheila says, right now with our RPO heavy offense, do you think we can actually win a championship with Hurts passing? Problems, me personally, I don't. I think he has all offseason to fix it. The problem is that he has no time. He had the ankle surgery, so he's not even going to have any time to do anything before OTAs. Like he's going to miss all that time, and then he's going to get to OTA. And I'm telling you right now, when the preseason games come along, since we only have 3 preseason games now, they better play the shit out of him. I'm telling you right now, they better play the crap out of him. I don't care what it takes. They have to give him a lot of reps. They have to. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to Titan Anderson. He is a Titans content creator moving up really fast. If you guys haven't subscribed to his channel, I know he's a Titans fan. We do play the Titans this year, so I'm definitely hooking up with Titan Anderson on some streams this year before we face off. We'll have a couple streams probably for the week, and should be a lot of fun. So I haven't asked him yet, but I mean, obviously, he's going to definitely do it. So we're definitely going to get together on that. So. Tim said Roger McCreary slept on Auburn quarterback. Yeah, I've heard about McCreary as well. Yeah, McCreary is another one. Yep. A lot of people are not talking about him. I heard some really good things that he could be a big dark horse in this draft too. Yeah. Let me just check this real quick. Make sure. Hold on. Okay, we're good to go. Ashford says, do you think we'll re-sign Roddy McLeod? He has a solid season, sealed our win in the second game against Commanders. Yeah, I mean, they could bring him back. I mean, there's I think if they really want to, they sign a safety, they sign Roddy McLeod. They sign, obviously, whether it's Jabril Peppers, Marcus Williams, whatever they want to do. They signed both of those guys. Keep Marcus Epps as your backup, your third safety, obviously, because Marcus Epps has actually stepped up a little bit. I have to give respect to him a little bit because, he has his ups and downs, but man, when he's on, he plays pretty good. He plays solid. I'm not saying he's the greatest player ever, but I think he's a nice backup fill-in for us and a role player in the defense. So I agree with that. Bring Ronnie McLeod. I wouldn't bring Anthony Harris back. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't. Sorry, I put my chair up. I wouldn't mind that at all. Let's see here. There we go. Jay says, how do you think Doug Pearson is going to be with the Jags? Do you think he's going to win games or to make it? I think he's going to do a good job. I think he's going to do a really good job in Jacksonville. I'm happy for Doug. You know what I mean? Like how they treated him here, I couldn't stand it. He had no control over some of these drafts, and I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him. He's well respected, and I hope he does well. I hope he does really well. So, Junior Aranda says, "You're the man." Appreciate, bro. Brian says, anything on the Minshew to the Panthers trade rumor and what the Eagles would get for him? Well, I mean, the Minshew Panther rumors came around before the trade deadline, and it was early before the trade deadline. It was like at the first few weeks of the season. This is before they ended up getting the couple quarterbacks that they signed. They were going to give up a second to a third round pick, and Howie never pulled the trigger on it. Never did, which I'm shocked that he didn't pull the trigger on it. So I don't know if it's going to be the Panthers again that's going to have the same kind of interest, but I think I think we'll get close to some other interest there. E-Junk said, I don't blame them if you take a wide receiver if it could be help, but if you can't, you're supposed to build around this defense. Well, that's all I'm saying. Like, the problem is this: like, we have holes we need to fill in defense, and I understand that, and I think you could do that in this draft. But I wouldn't mind adding another playmaker either. You know what I mean? But they have to add like one more piece. Like, I need to get through free agency first to see what we have. And then once we see that, and then we were like, okay, this is what we need next. And then we'll kind of see like what they're going to do in this draft. Not saying that it's going to be what we want, but we could see like the kind of holes that we still have after a few weeks of free agency, if that's the case. Ernest Healy says, I forgot about his surgery. That being said, do you realistically see him improving with passing? We might have a problem next year. I'd sign Russ and sit Jalen. Dude, as of right now, he's not a franchise quarterback right now. Like, I don't know if he's going to play well. I feel like we're going to see the same mistakes next year. I feel like he's not going to get better. He might get better at some things, but I just, I don't want to upset people, but until he proves me wrong, like, I really don't know if he's going to do better. Because just think of it. He only has a year and a half under his belt right now. That's it. It's not enough time. Are the Eagles going to wait another 2 years? I mean, probably not. I think like they're either going to play him, either if they don't trade for a quarterback, they're going to play him this year, and that's it. And that's it, because I feel like we're going to see some of the same mistakes. I feel like we're going to see some of obviously the mistakes with him reading the field and anticipation on throws and missing guys that are wide open, which I can't freaking stand that. That pisses me off. And every game, it's going to be the same thing over and over again. You miss on somebody, you throw behind somebody, you can't throw a 5-yard slant. I mean, people were hyping up Jalen Hurts' stats because of the fourth quarter every single game. His stats look good at the end of the fourth quarter because teams are playing prevent and everything underneath is open. And he completes all these passes that are wide open, no defenders near guys. It's just, I hope he works out. I want him to work out. Like, just because I hate J.J. Arcega-Whiteside doesn't mean that I don't want him to play better. Of course I do. But I can't stand when he doesn't. I can't stand when players don't produce. I can't stand when Jalen Reagor starts every freaking game and he can't even come out for us and do anything and can't even catch 2 passes in that Giants game. Can't be a hero for at least one game. I mean, it's insane, bro. It really is insane. It gets to me sometimes. Knowing Jalen Hurts' ankle, knowing that his ankle hurts, it kind of worries me because he had it in the past. I'm talking preseason wise. I'm going to be worried if he is taking preseason. He's got to play. He's got to play. He can't rest. Like, they have to play him. They can't. Because the Eagles like to do that thing where they're cautious and they rest everybody. Like, I'm not saying they got to play every single game for 4 quarters, but you got to get these guys some snaps. Like, you have to give these guys some snaps. You can't be all like, we're going to rest everybody for 2 weeks. And then you don't have like until another 2 weeks until the season starts. Like, that's almost a month of rest. You know what I mean? And you can't do that. So Reach says owners did not have their meetings yet. Is an 18-game schedule still possible for the 2000? It could. I mean, it could. I already know they're trying to fix that overtime rule right now. That's what I'm trying. They're still trying to fix the overtime rule. So that's what they're trying to fix right now, as of right now. That's like the only thing I actually, I guess, heard. Ron says a lot of talk of Wentz not being a Colt next season. What do you think if Commanders took him and we played him twice a year? I don't think his anxiety would take it. Bro, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if they're going to be interested in him. I mean, so far it looks like they're interested in Mitch Trubisky and they're interested in Jimmy Garoppolo. So that's what I saw from NFL rumors today. I mean, Trubisky, are you kidding me? Trubisky, are you kidding me? It's crazy. Tim the Champ says, yes, he is going good. JC Mark Holmes said the Cowboys have a new owner. I didn't watch the video, but it says the Cowboys have a new owner. I don't think so. Rihanna said, I wouldn't mind a receiver first round. If you're going to do it, then wait till like the last first pick to do it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't draft a receiver that early. I wouldn't, but those two guys coming out, man. Oof, my God. Treylon Burks and, oh my God, both of those guys are going to be absolutely amazing. Harris says, what about Steven Nelson? Him slaying Max actually impressed me. And I would, yeah, like people are shitting on our cornerbacks this year. Like we had no pass rush. Like why are people bitching about our cornerback situation? Like our cornerbacks did as much as they possibly could. When you don't have, when number one, it's Jonathan Gann's fault for not blitzing because you're not helping your cornerbacks out or your pass rush. Your pass rush can't even help itself as it is. Okay. Steven Nelson, did he play fantastic? No, but I thought he was really solid this year. Avonte Maddox got a new contract. So happy for him and played well. Big play Slay, probably the best season of his whole career. Even of all those years in Detroit, I think this was like his best year ever. I think he's just going to get better next year. Aaron Shealy says, I can't think of J.J. Ortega without thinking DK Metcalf. Pisses me off every time I see one of them. You think Wentz gets booed when he comes to Philly? Oh, yeah, he's going to get booed. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, yeah, of course. That he reminds me of DK, definitely. It just reminds me of the DK, missing out on DK. It's horrible. Ashford says, switch Jalen Reagor to the secondary. His best play of the season was when Hurts threw a pick and Reagor came out of nowhere and tackled the guy who got the pick. Yeah, I saw that. That was freaking horrible. What the hell is that Nightbot doing? Sorry, I don't know why it's doing that. I didn't do that, Jadis Young. I think, I don't know why it's doing that with the spamming. I might have to disable that so it's good because the spam, I guess they don't like the spamming. That's funny. I think that's hilarious. I didn't expect it to do that. Reese says San Francisco 49ers QB Jimmy Garoppolo will have shoulder surgery. Will be out. No, I'm testing out this new bot. So if you're spamming something, it's probably going to be like, warning, stop spamming. It's not me that's doing that. It's the bot that's doing that. I'm just testing it out to see if I want to keep it on here or not. If something happens, I'll check the community thing. If something happens and you get blocked or some shit happens, I'll unblock you because I just want to see what happens. So, yeah, if he's out with a shoulder, I mean, dude, and they want a second round pick and he's out with shoulder surgery, I wouldn't even give away a second round pick if that's the case. And that's his throwing arm. He's getting shoulder surgery on his throwing arm. That's even worse. Brian Saransky says, how many of the draft picks will be used on defense? I'm hoping like 3 picks. I mean, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping like 3 picks at least. So that's what I'm hoping for. Now people are going to do it now. Aaron says, I honestly thought Nelson played well. I mean, he's got to beat a few times, but I thought he had his own really well. I don't mind him staying another. Yeah, it just depends how much money. It really just depends on it depends how much money he wants. He's going to get more money. I mean, he's going to get more money. Yeah, test the bot. See what happens. See what happens. It's not me that's doing that. I'm testing this new bot. I told you this was a test stream, so this is what's gonna happen. He's gonna put like 1 million. We'll see what happens. I might do stream elements. I don't know if I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do chat bot. I kind of want things to happen automatically. Like I have to actually do things for it to pop up. So I guess it just makes it easier for me to not text everything. So, yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, see what happens here. I don't know what's gonna happen. um, yeah, so it's gonna be Richie. That's funny, bro. That's funny. Oh, it's not doing anything, so that's a good thing. I don't think so. We'll see what happens. I'm just testing some stuff out right now. We're definitely gonna have a stream, like, probably, I'm hoping what's today? The hell is today? Tuesday? I'm hoping Thursday we'll have a stream on Thursday. Thursday we'll have a stream because we're doing the Philly Shakedown Saturday. Yo, Insider, what's going on, bro? What's going on, man? Testing. I want to see what happens I wonder if Nightbot's going to tell me I have a super chat. I don't know if Nightbot's going to do that. If someone could send me like $1, I just want to see what happens with a super chat. Just like super chat like $1 and see what happens. Just one person. I want to see if it actually does something. I don't know what it's going to do, but we'll see what happens. I'm just testing this out because I don't know. Like, it's supposed to obviously like help with the chat. Airbot passed the test. Is Richie blocked? Did Richie get blocked? Because I don't see Richie saying anything anymore. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh, shit. So, oh, man, that's bad. So what happens is it timed out Jadish Young for 5 seconds, and then it timed it out for 600. Oh my god. All right, so what happens is if you spam once, I don't know, it's not doing it. If you spam once, it times them out for 5 seconds. And then he spammed again and it timed him out for 600 seconds for posting emotes. Why? This is dumb. I don't know how nothing happened. I have no idea. It should have. Something should have happened to you. I don't know what the hell happened. God, this is horrible. Like, what is this? Like, is this like a censored bot? Like, what is this? Like, why? That's so dumb. I don't know. That's kind of stupid. Richard Jace Young got school tomorrow, so Airbot helped his future. It's not. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't ban you at all. I'm kind of confused right now. Yeah, I'm not going to use this. Definitely not happening. I don't like that. That's like taking away like speech from everybody. It's like that's like taking away everyone's like freedom to like be in the chat. Like he literally spammed like once. He spammed like an extra like one extra comment and he got banned for 5 seconds. Like what is getting banned for 5 seconds do? Like what the fuck is that? That makes no sense. That's horrible. I don't know. It tells me on the thing on the bot on the website. It tells me what people do I have to. Oh, let me see if I have to like refresh it. No, it's the same thing. That's so weird. It's like it tells you who your top chatter is, and that's Jadis Young. So it says your top chatter, but the top chatter gets what the hell is this? Yo, Shane, what's going on, bro? Ernest says, "Who would you have a harder time walking the streets of Philadelphia, Carson Wentz or Chip Kelly?" Oh, probably. I don't know, bro, because like it's been a lot of it's been a long time since Chip Kelly's been here. I don't know. Probably Chip Kelly. Probably. I would say probably Chip. So that's just me. What up, Jeff? My name is Jeff. Name is. Yo, Philly Swag, what's going on, bro? Yeah, I would say Chip Kelly, bro. Like Carson Wentz was just a quarterback here. That's all. That's all it was. Chip Kelly really really did a number on us. Really did a number on us. Yeah, I'm definitely not using this again. I don't like it. I do not like it at all. It's like I can't even turn that off about allowing people to spam. Like it won't even let me turn that off. I can't turn it off. So yeah. So definitely not gonna happen. I'm gonna try Stream Elements, but the problem is I can't use StreamYard with it. I don't think because I use StreamYard a lot. I try to stray away from StreamYard, but at this point it's the off season. I don't want to be like going on something else. Yeah, Wentz got us a ring. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. Like that's it. He got us a ring, and that was it. Junior says Giants suck. I'm from New York. I've been a New Yorker my whole life. Everyone thinks I'm from Philly. I don't know why. I don't know. People think I'm from Philly. I'm not. Been to Philly a million times, but I've been a New Yorker my whole life. So, yeah, definitely. Richie says in Rager, I still trust, but for the rest of you, all who are done with him, what would the trade look like, really, or Rager? What else would the Eagles have to offer? I don't know. Like I said, like I've said in multiple videos, um, I think it would. I don't know. I think you could try to dump off a player if you can. Like, hey, we'll take Calvin Ridley off your hands, and we'll give you the deal that you want, but you have to take one of our players. But it's not going to cost much anyway. I mean, look, Rager's costing. I don't know how much Rager costs. Philly Swag says every mock draft has us drafting a receiver. What do you think about that? I like it. I mean, I love Garrett Wilson and Burks a lot. I mean, they're studs. There'd be no doubt in my mind they draft a receiver this year. No doubt. Ever says you're from New York, so why do you like the Eagles when you got three great New York teams? Dude. Like I made a bet like back in like 2011, 2012. Like, yeah. I mean, I was really young at that point, and I played football all my life. I played D2 football upstate, but the thing is, like, I really never tried to. I never watched football religiously back in the day. Like, a lot of my family were Giants fans, so that was pretty much what was going on with that. But you know, I think after like I got done with my college career, you could probably say I really got into watching football a lot more because I had more time. Terrell says, glad to see you got your wire fixed. Yeah, I actually got it I didn't get it Tuesday. I was supposed to get it Tuesday. I got it Monday. So I saw like an email from Amazon and they took a picture of like where it was delivered. I was like, oh shit. So I grabbed it. It worked. And I was like, thank God it works. I ended up like dropping my camera kind of like it fell off and it like was hanging and the wire just ripped. So Philly Swag says, "Hey, that's lit. What position did you play?" I played defensive tackle. I played left tackle. Like in high school, I was all over the place. I was left tackle pretty much in high school. I played left tackle, then I played defensive end, and then I really wanted to switch positions. I wanted to switch to DT, so I switched to DT, and like because my bull rush was just so good, and my spin move was really good in high school, and like the problem was like for defensive ends from my school, like they didn't like us in a 3-point stance, which I don't know why. Like they want you to get into a 2-point stance as a defensive end. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to get any acceleration in a 2-point stance? So I switched to DT, and then I thrived after that. So what? 2007, I think 2007, 2008. I think number one defensive tackle in the county. I have 2 trophies actually in my I have 2 trophies in my the other room. Lane Johnson. No, I played left tackle, not right tackle. Ernest says, "I'm born and raised Cali. My dad is from Philly, but I only like the Eagles, none of the other Philly sports." Yeah, there's Philly fans that only like the Eagles, and they don't like any other Philly teams. I respect that. Yo, Jays is back. What's going on, man? Don't spam. Don't spam. Shane says, "My defensive and offensive line, but got hurt in his football career, and it was in high school, but not to." Oh, damn. His football career and was in high school, but not today. Stepdad. Jace is back. Welcome back, bro. From jail, from comment section jail. What's going on with baseball right now with these contracts, with these owners and these players, man? Are they going to cancel games, or is that just it's probably not going to happen, right? I'm hoping the Sixers do something, bro. Like I'm pumped. I mean, just by Harden being aggressive to the basket, it's opening up. It's opening. I mean, Maxey has gotten so much better, man. He's gotten so much better. And like, look what happens with Joel Embiid. It looks like it's so easy for him. Like he's not even getting double teamed anymore. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Ernest says your top 5 video games you have ever played. Oh man. It's weird because like it just depends if it's like PvP or it's like PvE or it's just like a single player game. I mean, I love KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars, Gears of War was like my shit back in the day. Played that every day. Oh my god, this Nightbot is like so strict, bro. I feel like I'm living in like some like politic like stream. Like what the? Not on my watch. Oh my god, I'm definitely getting rid of this shit. Yeah. What did that say? You have JP Martinez said, did JP Martinez just say Skyrim? Oh, Skyrim is definitely one of my favorites. Definitely. He says you have to let it go. What? What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? You have to let it go. JP Martinez said one thing. He only said that one thing. Somebody say like a random word. It's crazy. Oh my god. Grand Theft Auto, yeah, definitely. Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a really bad game. It's not because it's bad, it's because they haven't done a damn thing to it. That's the issue I have with that game. He's nuts. Oh my god. This is horrible. I'm gonna make sure I check make sure no one's got blocked after this. I'm gonna just make sure. I'm just gonna make sure. That's definite. I'll make sure of that. I'll make sure no one's blocked after this is done. That's horrible, bro. How the hell do you why even use this? I can't even turn that off. Like emotes, I can't even turn that off. Like there's nothing here that says I could disable that. Like people doing that. It won't even allow it won't let yeah, it won't even I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah. I'm lost right now. Nightbot. uh Rats, I just won a Smash Bros. Brawl tourney with Jigglypuff. You serious? You play Super Smash Bros? I haven't played that game. I haven't played Super Smash since like when it first came out. Ron Yancey's getting attacked on now. Philly Swag said, "Who's your favorite Eagle player of all time, offense and defense?" I mean, I've loved Jeremiah Trotter for a long time, just because like I just loved his energy. Like for years, I've loved his energy. Offensively, oh man, I mean, I could choose between a few players. Like, I mean, I've always been like a really big Deshaun Jackson fan, LaShawn McCoy. Jesus Christ. I even liked even Brent Selleck. I've liked for years, like in his early years when he was really dominating in the NFL. Trent Cole's good. No, I love Trent Cole too. Trent Cole's really good. I've always liked Trent Cole. Yeah, he got you. Yeah, this is horrible. I'm never doing this shit again. Uh-uh. He's not spamming caps. You could tell it's a real person. Kiko Alonso? Yeah, definitely not, bro. It's not a real person. It's not. It's a bot. It's not a real person at all. I'm definitely getting rid of this crap. That's definitely not happening. Nope. Not doing that. I am not doing that for any reason. Not anymore. I'm done with that. Ooh, I got to put out this my reaction video today. I forgot. Yeah, guys, I have other content as well. You can literally join a membership for like $2 a month. I put out like other stuff that I can't put on YouTube for copyright purposes. Literally, like I have like personalized videos. There's like other stuff I just can't put on YouTube that I put on those videos just because I just can't do it. So Raz says how he wants a veteran QB. He just doesn't want to say it. Well, I think what even like the press conference he had the other day, like he never mentioned like there was no questions about Jalen Hurts or a quarterback. That's what I thought it was weird too. They didn't talk about quarterbacks at all. So they didn't talk about no quarterbacks. And that's what kind of, made me question a little bit. Round says most serious question of the night, Joey. Would we have won a raw ring with Vic Shady and D-Jax if Chip didn't screw us? I don't know, bro. Like I the problem is that I think there's a lot of, and I'm not saying they're great players, okay, and I love every one of them. I think a lot of these guys were very not I wouldn't say selfish, but they were very into themselves. We had a lot of I don't even want to work like I said, I don't want to use the word selfish. I like to say like they really cared about themselves a lot. Like I know they cared about the whole team, but there was a lot of guys that just had that me mentality. Um Are you serious, bro? All right, I'm definitely getting rid of this crap. Yeah, that's bad, bro. I'm sorry. All right. Well, guess what? Streambot is nah. No. I just took it off the channel. Screw that. Let me check my settings real quick. I need to see this to make sure that nobody got blocked. Oh, I don't think anybody got blocked. Doesn't look like anybody got blocked. I'm looking through it right now. No, it looks like where is this takeaway Nightbot? Okay. Make sure he's not up there. Okay. All right. Goodbye, Nightbot. Nightbot is gone. You should be fine now. Screw that. Screw that. Well, that was pretty much for this. Seahawks expected to re-sign free agent left tackle Dwayne Brown. Yep. Oh man, I want this free agency to get here already. A few more weeks, guys. A couple more weeks, and we're in. We're in. Wait, what? Jeff says, "Is it Fletcher Cox? How do you say it? Is it Fletcher's Cox?" Oh God, I took away Nightbot. Nightbot could say night because I'm done with Nightbot. Ernest says, with the 15-year-old pick, the Philadelphia will select 5,500 linebacker California Commissioner Goodell. Yeah, that'd be my favorite pick of the draft. That'd be my favorite pick of the draft. 100% favorite pick of the draft. No joke. All right, well, I had free time tonight because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to test that out. Who are we signing in free agency? As of right now, like I think it's going to be at safeties. I would say we're going to sign a safety, whether it's Marcus Williams or Jabril Peppers, or they go after a defensive end. Hassan Reddick definitely comes to mind because I would love to move him around from Sam linebacker to defensive end. I hope we make that signing very badly. I don't know who else they're going to sign. Mike Williams, yep, definitely another one. Mike Williams, Chris Godwin. I mean, Allen Robinson, Christian Kirk. A lot of receivers. They could trade for Calvin Ridley. They could do a lot. DJ Chark is definitely one I've been kind of looking at too. Philly Swag said, Joey, would you trade a pick 15 and 19, move up to 3-4? It just depends on who they want. If they trade up if they take both picks to move up in the top 3 or 4 to go get like Aiden Hutchinson or Kyle Hamilton, I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? I'm fine with it. I mean, with Kyle Hamilton, I think he's going to go like I would trade up between 7 to 10, to be honest. I'd say if you're only trading for that, I think if you trade up in the top 4, if you trade up within the top 5, you're getting Thibault, or Aiden Hutchinson. If the draft is going pretty well between 7 to 10, you want to move up to like the 7 to 10 spot, and you want to go get like I said, Kyle Hamilton, if he's not gone before like pick 6, you could get him as well. Jay says his press conference is not on YouTube. Jeffrey Lurie. Jeff name is says DK and Wilson for picks, Rager and Hurts. I would you add DK to that mix on top of it. I would do it. I would friggin' do it. It's a dream. Getting DK on top of it. Shit. I would do it in a heartbeat. Devontae Smith and DK Metcalf and Dallas Goedert. And Quez Watkins. Holy shit. Bro. That's a dream. That's like if they even acquired DK Metcalf, God, apologies would go back to Howie and so quick that he pulls that off. It wouldn't be funny. Grand Salt today grain of salt talk today. Mariota signed with the Cowboys as their backup. They don't do a lot of read. I mean, they do read option, but could happen. He's going to cost a penny though. Like that's why backup quarterbacks cost a lot. You understand? Like that's why I think Minshew's going to have Minshew will have interest because he only costs like $900,000 for the year. Like he's cheap. Jace Young says, if you were the GM of the Eagles, who would you draft? I probably know who you're going to pick. Linebacker. Oh, yeah, Devin Lloyd. I picked Devin Lloyd instantly. Devin Lloyd. No ifs, ands, or buts, bro. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Devin Lloyd would be my boy. 100%. So you guys better check in for the draft. We're going to be streaming the draft, the whole entire draft. So you guys hopefully show up. We're going to be streaming from both channels from what it looks like. We're going to be streaming from 2 channels. So both channels will become one. All the chats will be in one thing, and we'll get it going. That's what it sounds like we're doing right now. So Jay says Highheart said he would to DK and Wilson, Rager, and Jalen to the Seahawks. I'd do it. Rat says, damn, Devin Lloyd fans, shaking my head. Well, then tell me then, who's your favorite linebacker then? Or who would you draft? I mean, why not? At this point, like, why not? Why not? This is the perfect draft to draft a linebacker. And I think they're going to be there. I think we'll actually have we'll have 3 linebackers. I think we'll have at least 2 linebackers available by 15 at this point. Like, how can you not pick a linebacker? Not saying it's going to happen, but why not? I mean, there's some people defending Howie Roseman. It's kind of sad right now. He's a top 10 GM. I'm just like, bro, no, he's not. I mean, for trades and like shit like that, sure. I want to get a veteran QB. Look, dude, I understand, bro. Like, I understand. Like, I don't know if they're going to do it. Like, if you're going to pull off a veteran QB, you got to make that really good move. Like, it's going to be a big blockbuster trade. Like, I don't know how they're going to do it, but I don't know. Russell Wilson sounds like he doesn't want to play on the East Coast. I mean, who else are you going to trade for? There's really no other QBs you want to trade for. Deshaun Watson, but that's not even guaranteed either. Like, I know the Eagles look, it's like when I say the Eagles are monitoring Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson, everyone says, oh, the Eagles aren't interested. They're not getting him. I'm like, that's not what I said. I said they're monitoring. I didn't say they're going to get him. I just said they're looking in on the situation. It doesn't mean that they're going to get him. They're just seeing what's going on to see if they could jump in with a deal. And obviously the Eagles will be on the phone. I mean, obviously, like, teams will take the Eagles phone calls because they got a lot of draft capital between this year and next year. So I'm not going to go with Colin Cowherd, how he said, like, give up 3 first rounders this year, a first round in 2023, and big play Slay. Like, you're out of your damn mind. Plus Colin Cowherd's from Seattle. He's a big Seattle fan, so which I definitely know 100%. Shane says, no, let Hurts roots develop. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I have no problem starting Jalen Hurts next year because they need to build this roster. Trade back one of your first round. If you're keeping Jalen Hurts, you trade back one of your first round picks. You build your roster because it will pay off by next year. Then you'll have 2 first round picks to make a move at quarterback. If Jalen Hurts plays like crap, that's just the way it's going to be. It's a better draft pick for us, and we're just going to have to suffer another year. Even though I don't want to, but you're going to be missing out on a lot of draft. The problem is you trade for quarterback, you have to compete right now, especially for Russell Wilson. If you trade for him, you got to compete. If you trade for Deshaun Watson, you have to compete right now. You know what I mean? So that's the big thing. And then if you give away multiple first round picks, you're going to miss out on drafting and making your defense better this year, and that's going to hurt. Getting a quarterback's going to hurt your defense 100% this year. Philly Swag said, if we don't get Wilson, we strictly need to go defensive end, linebacker, cornerback. Oh, yeah, I would definitely. But look, like I said, bro, they're not going to pick 3 players in the first round. So you got to pick 2 of those. I'd go defensive end, linebacker. If Steven Nelson isn't signed yet throughout all of March and they're just going in the draft with no cornerback on the other side, opposite Darius Slay, then it's a different story. You know what I mean? But if they retain Steven Nelson, they're not drafting a corner. Not in the first round, they're not. Fly Eagles Fly says, I'm the only Eagles fan that wants to trade for Matt Ryan. Probably. Probably. He's got 1 more year left on his deal. He's like a $40-something million cap. He's like 40-something million against the cap this year. Like he's not even a top 5 quarterback, not even a top 10 quarterback. Matt Ryan's horrible. I hate Matt Ryan. I've never liked Matt Ryan. Like, that's just the truth. Rounds, I just feel Nakobe is the most athletically gifted linebacker. Oh, definitely. Like, I think he's very talented. Like, I just don't think Nakobe Dean's my favorite, but I've seen a lot of Nakobe Dean on these mock drafts. A lot of him. I've seen a lot of wide receivers on our mock drafts. Philly Sox, bro. I was just about to say that Matt Ryan is a sneaky tough pickup. I don't know, bro. I don't know about Matt Ryan. Like you see me make a video about Matt Ryan coming here. I don't know. It's either he could play well with another team, like in a Matt Stafford type trade, or I'm not saying it's going to be like a Matt Stafford type trade, but I don't know. Then you have to work out a new deal. You're gonna have to work on a long-term deal with him if you get him here. So I don't know what's going to happen. Jason, I have a question. Who is the underrated linebacker in this draft? I honestly don't know I only know like maybe 4 linebackers in this draft. Other than that, I don't really know anything going past round 2 as of right now. Christian Harris, I think's got a lot of upside to him. I think it's going to take him a year, but I think he could start in a good role play as a good role player, and I think he'll pick up. He can cover running backs, tight ends, slot receivers. His coverage is really good, and he's physical. Like, I like Christian Harris a lot. Rad says, I want Ben Roethlisberger. So he's flexing. Matt Ryan was MVP and he has an arm. No, I'm not saying Matt Ryan can't throw anymore. I don't know. Me personally, I just never been a fan of Matt Ryan. I just don't even see it happening just because I think they're just trying to restructure his contract. I think he's going to play in Atlanta for 1 more year, and I think that's it. I just don't think I haven't heard any rumors about even a trade for him as of right now, but who knows? We might hear something later. Maybe they move on. I have no idea. That's yet going to be another team that needs a quarterback within another year. I said Blake Bortles. Hell friggin' no, bro. Bobby says, do you hear Russell Wilson not interested in playing in the FC East? Yeah, that's what I heard. He mentioned Washington and just not playing on the East Coast. I mean, that's pretty much what he said. So Ashford says, Hurts isn't the greatest right now, but I can't believe anyone who would actually want Matt Ryan or Jimmy G. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Matt Ryan, so it sucks that the schedule doesn't come out right now for the Eagles because I want to see who the Eagles play week 1 preseason. I hope week 1 is a division game. That's what I hope, which it never is. Hopefully we won't have to see another Dallas Cowboy Giant game first week because I'm tired of that too. I said I want Eli Manning because he has 2 rings. Philo Slots to Matt Ryan to Devontae Smith will be like Matt to Julio. Jason, doesn't our schedule come out in May? It should. I think by that time it should be out. Ron says, if Hurts works out, I'm going to be so excited. Something about him. I think he's going to be a great QB. We can only hope, right? Well, that's what I'm hoping. I don't know if it's going to happen. Philly Spikers, I hope Washington gets Trubisky. I hope so too, bro. If they get Trubisky, they're done for. As long as Russell Wilson doesn't go to Washington, I'm totally fine with it. I'm fine. I wouldn't even care if Jimmy Garoppolo went there. Jimmy Garoppolo will he'll be effective. He won't be like a slouch or anything. Like, I think he'll be effective, but I don't think he's going to take him over the top. That's just me, though. Shane says, need to get a damn linebacker in the first round. Shane, me and you both, bro. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. If I also had Carson Wentz to Washington, you never know. Jay says, does Jalen Hurts have one more year on his contract? I think he's got 2 more years. He's got 2 more years left on his 2 more years left. Saints Nunzar says, I'm hearing rumors Carson might go to a better team. Who wants him? Well, what better team is going to want him? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what you just said. Like, what better team is going to want him? Just me, though. Just me. I don't know if that's even going to happen, bro. Jason, do you want Mike Gann for the Giants? He has a long neck. Philly 5. Oh, Mike Glennon you're talking about? His neck only looks like one direction. Saints is probably like Rams or better team from AFC. I don't know. Dude, I think the only reason why he got that starting job was because of Frank Reich. I mean, he wouldn't have had a starting job if it wasn't for Frank Reich. That's just the truth. Like I think the Bears had a lot of interest in Carson Wentz, but it just didn't work out. I think they wanted to add some players into it, and we just didn't. They didn't offer us better compensation. I think they offered us the second round pick and then some, but they wanted a conditional second rounder. I think that's what they wanted, and they got it from the Colts. And obviously, Frank Reich was the offensive coordinator here, so during our Super Bowl year for 16 and 17. So I don't think Carson would have even had a starting job if it wasn't for Frank Reich. I'm just saying. So Round says, Joey, what do you do if we took Lloyd or Dean the first and then Harrison the second? Oh, I mean, if we took two, I mean, that's going like too much, but we take a linebacker, maybe very emotional. I'm going to be very like emotional. No joke. Philly Swags, I would love that dual threat at linebacker. Dude, I'm telling you. They get a thumper, another piece next to TJ Edwards this year. Dude, it's gonna pop off. Jay says the Rams newest Matthew Stafford is a good QB. Matt Stafford's got a lot of weapons, bro. Like Matt Stafford is got plenty around him. He's got an offensive line. He's got some good running backs. He's got great wide receivers. He's got a really good built team around him. Like Matt Stafford, I think is solid, like very solid. I know he won the Super Bowl, obviously. So, why are you saying he was just solid? Well, I think that's the issue. Like in Detroit, like ever since like Megatron left, Golden Tate, like they the coaching was just bad. Coaching has been horrible in Detroit for so long. And I don't think, and their drafts haven't been great. Richie says, let Aaron Rodgers eat his $50 million cake per year, Green Bay or whatever team he's not willing to pay. I mean, at this point, I think it's just about money, bro. Like, I think he wants to win, but it's about money too. He wants a short-term contract for like being the highest paid player, highest paid quarterback. That's what he wants. He deserves top money. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I thought they choked in the playoffs like horribly because they didn't put up that many points. I mean, I was kind of shocked. The 49ers defense was really putting in a lot of work. That defense for San Francisco was playing really well. And obviously that blocked punt screwed up the whole game. I mean, Green Bay pretty much won that game. That blocked punt just fucked everything up. So Files Fly says Parsons wouldn't been good in Philly. I don't think a lot of players would have been good in Philly. DK Metcalf, would he have been good in Philly? Justin Jefferson, would he have been good in Philly? I don't know. Like Devontae Smith, he's got under 1,000 yards. You put Devontae Smith on another team right now. I can't even imagine what he would do on a team that's actually normal, knows how to produce players, and they draft correctly and draft right. Like, I can't even imagine what he could do. Like, no joke. I can't imagine. crazy, bro. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, Cooper Kupp won MVP. He deserves it. But Eagles missed out on a lot of players. It's time to turn some shit around, man. They got to start drafting right because this is just getting ridiculous now. Just getting ridiculous. So Mike Williams, free agent profile, 72 games, 227 receptions, 3,662 yards, 26 touchdowns, 57.8% catches when targeted. Not bad. Philly Swags is Jalen Reagor is the top 5 worst wide receiver in the NFL. Yeah, it's pretty bad. He's weak-minded, bro. He needs to just go. If the rumors are true and he needs to like go somewhere else and he can't handle it here, like he just that's Philly, bro. Like there's just players that just can't handle it. Just can't handle it. I thought Nelson Aguilar was going to be one of those players, but he really, he had 2 mediocre seasons, and then Mike Rowe came as the wide receiver coach, and he had a great season, Super Bowl year, and then like when all our receivers were hurt, and he was like he was playing off of that 5th-year option for $9.2 million, and he totally sucked that year. He dropped every damn pass in crucial moments. The Falcons game, Vikings game, back of the end zone, the Patriots game. And then he went to the Raiders, played fantastic for that 1 year, barely made any money, and then he got a bigger contract from the Patriots. So, I mean, he's had a very up and down season, but at least with Nelson Aguilar, he gets separation. That's probably the one thing. I mean, at least what I could say about Nelson Aguilar, the guy can get separation, but the problem was he couldn't catch for a long time. So, and he still has issues with dropping stupid passes. He dropped some stupid passes as a Patriot too. He's done the same shit, but he's had up and down years. He hasn't had really consistent years. Jay said, do you notice any positions leaves a team that they were for a long time? They're like good example of Matt Stafford. He won a Super Bowl. Shane says, hey, if we're booing, it's because the lack of effort, like Ben Simmons and there are a lot of people. Oh, definitely. Then he went back to being trash his last year here, 235. He went back to being a trash. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what happened with Nelson Aguilar. I mean, that's just what happened. So it's like some players just can't like that. That guy, like Reagor, can't handle a goddamn thing. Like when he has a bad game, he just disables all his comment sections on Twitter, IG. Like he deletes every fucking thing. So that's why people always forget we draft Jordan Matthews over Devontae Adams. It's fucking crazy, bro. And Josh Huff. We drafted, I think, Matthews and Huff was the same draft, right? And Huff, I thought Huff was, I don't know, weird. Like Huff, had his moments. Like obviously he was a great kick returner, but he had his moments where he was kind of learning from Jeremy Maclin at the time, and I thought he could have been really good, but I don't think he was a number 1. He could have been a good number 2, but I don't know. Jay Young said, I thought Ben Simmons was on the Nets because the Nets trade Harden and Ben Simmons and Max Lee. Well, I'm saying, that's how you get treated, bro. And, Ben Simmons was going through a mental issue, and then all of a sudden he gets signed to the Nets, and he's like, oh, I'm ready to play. And he's talking to everybody like, fuck that guy. Screw that. I don't know where. I forgot what team Fulgham's on. Travis Fulgham? I actually don't know. Let me actually see where he is. He never had good. That's the problem with Fulgham. He never had good like training camps. Like his off seasons, he never did anything. Then he had that touchdown that would potentially been a touchdown in that damn game in the preseason. He fumbled. Like he fought too much. He was like on the 2-yard line. He was kind of dragging guys on him for too long, and he just dropped he fumbled it right in the end zone. So I don't know if that hurt his chances, because to me it makes no sense. He's on the Broncos right now. He's on the Broncos. He threatened to beat up a fan over his fantasy. What? That's just the Rager stinks, but you can blame him for But you can blame him. Can you blame him for blocking people? It's our right to boo him, but it's his right to tell us to shut up. Fair is fair. Yeah, I guess. Or he could just not block anybody and just let the comments just go in and just take it like a man, which he's not. But if you have something to say to the fans, you got to prove it on the field. Simple as that. Like, and you're starting every friggin' game, so there's no fair about it. Like, you're a first-round pick. That's just what it is. Philly's right, Joe. Do you think Samala will be on the roster by week? Yeah, no, I don't think Samalo. I mean, if they find a trade partner for him, if there's no room for him here, if he can't play right guard and try to beat out Jack Driscoll, then yeah, I guess it makes sense. But I feel like you need to have him here for depth purposes for guard, because I want to keep Dickerson at left guard. I'm not putting Samalo in for Dickerson. Dickerson's going to be a dog at fucking left guard. So that's going to be a tricky one. That's definitely going to be a tricky one. Jace Young said, I think he's on the Patriots practice squad. I remember you telling me, the Broncos. I thought the Patriots. Nah, for what I just said, it said Broncos. It said Broncos. So I don't know. I haven't been really following it since we released them. So he was there. A fan told Rager to win his fantasy. He'll buy Rager a burger. Oh, I think I saw that. Like a Big Mac or something. He said something like that. Chance that Rager makes rare catches when he can. Others than that, he stinks. Yeah. How many touchdowns does Rager have? 1, 2? What do you have? I don't know if he had more than a touchdown. He got that one in the Falcons game. I can't remember the next touchdown he scored. So you have a good night. You have chat. Peace out. All right, bro. See you later, Jadis, man. Have a good night, bro. Yeah, we're gonna end this soon. It's almost 3 a.m. It's like 2:45. So I didn't expect to stream. This is a test stream for this bot crap that was going on. So obviously it wasn't an official stream. We could have talked about anything today. But definitely we have the Philly Shakedown Saturday. We're going to have a stream on Thursday night, just by myself, Thursday night, Saturday, Philly Shakedown on my channel. And then actually, I don't know if we have I got to check when I'm streaming by myself, because if we're streaming me and 500 are definitely streaming we're streaming the Combine. I can't even think right now. It's too late. We're streaming the Combine. So definitely, yeah, we'll definitely see. So, yeah, yeah, that's really all that's been going on, guys. Like nothing. I got my camera's good now, so we're good. Everything's good. I got 2 videos coming out tomorrow at 4 and 5 in the morning. I already have a channel membership coming out tomorrow, and then every day we'll have 2 videos out, pretty much every day. Philly Man says, what do you think if we draft Booth and Lloyd? Oh God, I would love it. Andrew Booth and Devin Lloyd. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh God, that'd be fantastic. I'd love it. I'll be a huge fan of it. Trust me. Ryland says, I really hope Miles has a monster season on his final year of his contract. I don't want to pay him big money, but I want to keep on Eagles as we can. Guy's a stud. He is, bro, but I didn't like how the Eagles, what they did with him after 3 weeks. He was out for 3 freaking weeks. Use the running backs that got you to the playoffs, at least. Boston Scott, Jordan Howard. They barely showed up in that game for 3 quarters. Barely showed up. You took a guy that was out for almost 3 weeks and you put him on the field and give him all these reps. You shouldn't have done that. They had to slowly put him into that game. They shouldn't have just pounded him with the ball. Obviously, we didn't play well. Offensive line didn't play well. Receivers didn't. I mean, receivers did as much as they could. I mean, Quez Watkins was open 3 times on 3 potential touchdowns if they were thrown accurately, but that Tampa Bay defense was Devin White and I mean, those linebackers, David and White, were killing us. They were literally sitting there on those read options. They were literally sitting in front of Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders, like waiting to see where the handoff was going. I mean, that's how bad it was. They used Miles. They shouldn't have used Miles Sanders that way. That's the second time we didn't use Jordan Howard in a crucial moment. Back in 2019, he had the stinger. Jordan Howard had the stinger. We didn't even use him one snap. We probably had him in for a snap to block, but that was really it. They didn't use Jordan Howard in that wild card game against the Seahawks. They didn't use Jordan Howard in this game yet again at the end of the year. I can't stand it. So it's really friggin' frustrating. Giving Miles Sanders wasn't even 85% healthy in that game for a fact. Was not even, his ankle was, I think it was the ankle, whatever it was. He was still bothered. It was still bothering him. He wasn't 85% ready for that game. And they just gave him the ball a million times. Like he's got to be 100% healthy. Otherwise, he's got to be more of he's got to get less snaps and more of a rotation if that's the case. Barely used Kenneth Gainwell, didn't use Boston. They didn't use anybody. I mean, it was so bad in that game. I mean, there's a mic'd up thing of Tampa Bay literally saying that Jalen can't read the defense. That's not good. Teams not now know this. Teams have known this. Philly Swag says, Joey, would you be mad if Howie tricked us and picked Malik Willis? Yeah, I'd be pissed. If we waste a second round pick on a quarterback, I'm going to be pissed off. Pissed. Don't waste a pick on a quarterback. Don't waste it. I'd rather keep Jalen Hurts right now. If Malik Willis is in the 3rd round, I'll get him. But if he's in the 1st and 2nd, I wouldn't pick him. I don't. Even though he's faster than Jalen Hurts, his run ability is beyond. It looks like Michael Vick. I think of Malik Willis as Michael Vick, but right-handed. That's how I think of him. He's got a great arm. He's just not consistent accurately, and I think they could fix him up, but it's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to be could be a year, could be 2 years before Malik Willis becomes a good quarterback. I don't know. That's, Malik Willis is probably my favorite quarterback in this draft if I had to pick one, but I don't want him. So we'll see what happens, but he had a touchdown against the Raiders. Dude, I don't even remember because I hate Rager so much. So, yeah, that's how it goes. All right, guys, it's almost 3 a.m. I got to get off. So I'll have 2 videos out tomorrow. I got to edit something real quick, and then that's it. We'll be set for Thursday stream. Just depends. I'll have a post out on when I'm streaming or when we're doing the shakedown on for the combine, when we're watching the combine. So I'll let you know what's going on. Just look out for the posts, and we'll get everything settled. All right, guys. You guys had a fantastic day. Thank you. This wasn't an official stream. I was doing a test with this stupid Nightbot, but I'm definitely not using it. So it's definitely not happening. So, all right, guys, you guys enjoy your night. I'll see you guys later. Shake Squad up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Enjoy your night, guys.